proposal. Indeed, it's action. We need platforms for action. That's what's lacking. We've heard the analyses, the proposals. We've heard them time and time again, here and elsewhere. You're absolutely right. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Ba. Assalamu alaikum.
Rais.
Peace be with you. I would like to speak in Arabic in solidarity with the Palestinian people. I am a teacher of the Arabic language. I have some questions regarding this long struggle of the Palestinian people. I'm very surprised. Since I was young, a little boy, student in Arab countries, I see these meetings in Tunisia when it was the headquarters, all these meetings, the Islamic Conference, the Arab League. What did they do? We speak. And we know that behind all of this stands the United States. Professor Diop spoke about that. Why don't we stop using the economy of the United States? Why do we go behind these big Western powers? And what is the role of the OIC? And I recall that this very room or this hotel was built on the occasion of the meeting organized by Senegal for the first time, the Islamic Conference. We are here today. In fact, this is all political rhetoric. The Islamic world comprises huge numbers of people. If we siege Israel economically, the problem would be solved in one way or another. We have to go beyond words. We have to think of something else. We spoke a lot, and for years, for about 50 years, ever since Yasser Arafat. In the past years, I've seen the destruction and killing. Nobody spoke, but when a dozen were killed in France, thousands were in French streets. Where is the world vis-à-vis the killing of children in Palestine? Enough words. That's what I wanted to say, and may the peace of Allah be with you.
Je vous remercie, monsieur.
Thank you. Thank you. I see we just have 7 minutes left. The last person on the list is Mr. Papsek. I'd invite him to be as concise as possible. We'd like to have a few minutes for our panel members to respond. You have the floor. Thank you, Chair. Palarasek is my name. I'm a filmmaker, and through my work, I tell you, I'm not sleeping. I am moving forward, and every step I take, I know that a Palestinian man, woman, or child is being killed. I know. Each time I move, that someone is being tortured or killed in Palestine. Every second, in fact, this is happening now. And this illustrates just how much of a challenge Israel is for us all. It's incredible. Well, why hasn't anything been moving forward for the past 75 years now? Well, we've had explanations. We've heard a lot of the issues at stake. I'm not going to go back on them. What I must admit is that my country, Senegal, is doing something, but every day I don't think things are moving forward. I don't think the dossier that Senegal has in its hands is moving forward either. And so I would like to make an appeal to my country to assess all the action that it has done so far and see that it's not working. It has to change its strategy. It has to take a much stronger commitment in terms of action, not just in terms of statements. I think when I'm facing a dictator, the state of Israel, that is based on dictatorship and fear, we have to demonstrate our strength. We need not show weakness. What is the African Union doing? The African Union states that the Palestine question is a priority. Well, I'm also a member of the African Union, and I'm always reminding people of the same thing. Every time you are having meetings at the AU, Palestinian women and children and men are being tortured and imprisoned. It's happening every single day. So it's a matter of urgency. Yes, it's an urgent issue. We have to find urgent solutions. The AU has to take very strong decisions, make strong action. And I'd like to propose a few actions to assist to counter the state of Israel. Boycott. Why don't we use this boycott? I'm not saying go fight them. I'm saying boycott. Refuse certain things. For example, boycott products of Israeli origin. This was done during the apartheid time. Why don't we boycott their products? In other words, why don't we refuse to import any product from Israel? As Mr. Job said that. So here I go along with Mr. Job. Then there's cancelling every form of cultural cooperation with Israel. You know what's going on? These Israelis, they play on that. They suggest to African countries that they enter into cooperative agreements. Agriculture, yeah, we're very good in agriculture. Let's do cooperation there. Let's help you develop, promote your agriculture. We are very strong in medicine. We're going to take Senegalese over there. We're going to treat them, give them medical treatment. All this is to buy the silence of African countries, to buy our silence. Because, of course, if they do this kind of thing, then you feel bad when you want to speak against them. So some African countries who fall into this trap can't criticize them. And our journalists are doing the same thing. And the third thing, to be short, is to impose a ban, and I said this yesterday, let us freeze diplomatic relationships with Israel. I propose that every African state decide to close the Israeli embassy in their capital. Thank you. Dear members of the panel, with PAPSEC's contribution, this brings us to the end of the list of speakers. I just have a small question myself.